Hello and welcome to today's episode. Last we left off, we played a match in the FA Cup, which we lost, came up in the championship that we drew. Since then, though, form has been very good. Won this game against Millwall pretty handily. Won this game against Fulham, it was a back and forth nail biter. Won this game against Sunderland. We scored 2 goals early in the first half, and then we were quiet the rest of the game. And then this game against Stoke was a really just even defensive game, and then we both scored in like the 90th minute. Bring that draw on Stoke, of course, being first in the championship. So we've been on a roll recently. However, today we have a game against Crystal, who we're expected to lose against, and then we have a match against Coventry, who are fifth in the championship. So, 2 possible losses today. Hard to say. But with the way things currently stand, we are back up to 8th place with 1 game in hand over the teams around us. 58 points, which is probably too... We're still not probably going to make it. Probably not going to make it into the playoffs. That's a big ask. It's possible if we win most of the rest of our games. But even with the game in hand, when we need some of these teams to start dropping games, then we need to basically win everything we have remaining. It's probably not going to happen. But Burstow's going to win the Golden Boot, or whatever it is, for most goals. Got people that are going to be kicking around. Top assist maker Diamond Edwards has gone on a roll recently. He has just been really, really quite good. Go ahead and reduce this down because I don't know why it was so long. But as you'll see, last 5 games, Diamond Edwards, 7.18, which is better than he's done basically ever since he's joined the club. So, with that all being said, Diamond Edwards also has a good bond now with Wormleyton. Had a bit of an injury bug. Everybody's been taking knocks here and there. People have been rotating out of games. Payne is injured for a few days. We're going to try not to play him. Hopefully I remember that. That's going to be the hard part. But this is going to be our starting lineup, and this is what we've been doing every game that we've been winning, so no need to rock the boat. Folks in goal are back for Sturge, Falbo, and Andreu and Wormleyton. Taylor and McCann in midfield. Saponara, Francisco, and Edwards backing up Burstow as our striker. Adams, he's coming back very soon. Ferreira also picked up a knock. Blackwell, we almost gave him a run of games, but ended up going with Drake instead because one of our other center backs got injured. He's back up to 2.5 stars, so he's playable now. But it just comes down to we have too many lone players, and we want to try and do what we can. They do not think that we can pull this off. Well, it'll be okay. Francisco doesn't believe we can do this. Everyone else thinks we can. I mean, even though we're playing an away game against one of the better teams... Oh, God, sorry. I forgot that I've been playing on very, very fast. Go back to slightly faster. So, just to keep things going quicker, I've got stuff to do today, so I didn't want to overspeed my I wanted to speed up the highlights as quickly as possible. Now they're on the attack, attacking down this left wing in the pretty cool-looking jerseys, very similar to ours. But, oh my goodness, that just not roll well. Also, the high speed 1 notch higher. Oh, it's just a sloppy bit of defending there. A kick over the top, bounce off the head, and it just happens to fall to the foot of the guy, completely open, and no one's able to defend that. Just an overall poor performance. Pushing Crystal very far up the table there. Apparently there is a nice clump of people solidly in mid-table who they are currently in the match with. This is going to be another goal, isn't it? Oh my goodness. We're going to get pounded today. Such a great, great time. I don't know what it is about you guys showing up and them just having awful performances all of a sudden. We can shout some early encouragement. We haven't got a single highlight. I guess we had that first highlight that we zoomed through where he had a decent shot, but it didn't even give it to us. Wormleyton. Oh my goodness, Wormleyton! What was that? You know you had a guy on you. Oh my goodness. This XG lead that I've worked so hard to build is just disappearing. Edwards, come on, Edwards. Burstow, no, right at the keeper. Okay. It's just going to be a depressing episode. I understand. Let's go now. To the near post. Not going to hit to anybody, though. Oh. Okay, let's not go down 4-0, please. You. As long as that's not the case, I think we can probably do something. Always press that guy, I think we'll be okay for now. Not seeing much show of him. Actually, that's not true. He's apparently scored every goal for them. Basically. Nice throw in for the first half, and over the top, and the goal goes wide. Wow, that was just pathetic. Game is as good as over. I've never seen that. The game is as good as over. That was a pathetic first half. Holy cow. Talk about a brutal team talk. Burstow can't even shoot goals all of a sudden. Well, the good news is most of our shots have been on target. Not the greatest XG. But we have looked, and the shots we've taken, viable. It just comes down to our defense having been horrific. Horrific during that first half. Probably the worst we've been all season long. Barring some of the Premier League games. Taylor now going to let Burstow shoot it right at the goalkeeper. Again. Okay. Can't play Payne because Payne is injured. Dreyu has just been drained every single game we play him. I understand it. Saponaro is going to come off for Krishny. Ow, Krishny not want to play up there. Okay, well, that's all we've got. Francisco for Oakley Booth. We have first two substitutions. Promise, this has not been the form that has been all month. We have been not dominant. We've been a strong side, proving that we deserve a place in the championship. This match looks like we are one of the relegation-threatened teams who don't even have a chance of doing anything. Again, Edwards, what was that header? You had such a good last match. He was near the player of the match one of these times. Gonna score again! Again! Well, I guess if you see some of our highs, you also get to be privy to our worst defeat ever. Burstow now to 5.9. Not coming off. He's our only hope of scoring. Ad's head can come on for McCann, I guess. Ford can come on for Edwards, just for fatigue reasons. We've got a game in a couple of days. And we've got no other options of substitutes. I expected, if anything, this match to be the one we win. Everybody else expected we'd lose. Burstow can't hit the broadside of a barn. So I guess we're just going to take this defeat and run with it. Admittedly, we have had a bit of a break. It's been like 2 weeks since our last game, so maybe they're just a bit rusty. International duty. We had a couple of our lone players called up for under 20 and under 21 teams. But beyond that, we didn't have anybody. Of course, our team is still a League One quality side. I don't... No! Oh, thank goodness. Not a 5-0. Oh. I'm ready. This game can end. I'm ready for this game to end. Move on to the next one. Some of these, you just take on the chin, take that knockout blow, and then just move on. Okay. Let's go ahead and bring on Dudziak. He can come on for, I guess, Taylor. Do you want to play anything in particular? Not particularly. But again, just for fatigue reasons. Burstow is just going to suffer there. You look at him and mock him for how poorly he's been playing. Don't know why our fullbacks have been so tired recently through every single game we play. I'm far from pleased with that result, regardless. So, with that being said, we'll be back for hopefully a much more competitive match in just a moment. Okay, we're back with game number 2 against Coventry City. It ate my, I went to the team selection, I went back just to check something, I went forward, and it spat me out here, so I guess we're jumping right into the match without checking and changing anything. I hope everything's good, because I didn't actually see anything. Regardless, it's going to be the same starting lineup as before. However, Adams comes back onto the bench. He's finally back from his, 2-month injury? Whatever nonsense that was. The board are expecting a draw. I'm expecting a win. I'm hoping for a win. Or, sorry, let's try that again. One more time. Fans are expecting a draw. The board are expecting defeat. We have no more games in hand, so that game we played last time was our game in hand, which means this is probably the highest we're going to end up with. So they're already on the attack. What have we got here? Going down the middle, crossing into the center. Oh my goodness, Sturge! Okay, let's also slow this down a bit. I think we're going to go slightly slower. Edwards now, surrounded by two guys, not able to keep the ball under his control. And kicking it around, kicking it around. Down the right side now with Dolan, plenty of people in the middle. There's no way he got a penalty for that. He got a penalty for that? You've got to be kidding me. And of course, as always, folks just falls over at the sign of a penalty. Not able to, I don't know, be competent at defending these. Never seen him block one. None of our goalies. I never have good luck with penalty blocking goalkeepers. In shootouts, somewhat. Mostly because they just straight up miss the goal. But it always seems like I can never... There we go, Burstow. That's what I'm looking for. Bring us back into this game. Saponara, able to control the ball. After a failed cross, it comes back his way from a horrible, horrible header. It's a second go of it. Burstow is able to slot it into the back of the net. That's number 1 for Burstow. Remember, Burstow scores 2, we win the game. Always been the case this season. Nice block there. Sturge sends it off to the side. Hopefully be the end of the highlight. There we go. Okay, they have 3 on-target shots out of 3 shots. One of them being a penalty. One of them gaining them the penalty. Our defenders playing so well. Everyone else is doing pretty decently. Let this match continue to cook out. Always press that guy. I think we'll be okay without him. I don't want to play too heavily of a pressing system. Go ahead and shout some encouragement. Try and come out here with this in this match with at least a draw. They're a team we can possibly catch up to. Show me something else the second half. Wormleyton does not think we can. He thinks we're going to come out and lose this match. Already way too far gone. We're only down by 1 goal, my friend. Feels so bad. Falbo. Out to Sturge. Sturge up to Saponaro. In other news, we have finally bought a player for the first time in a long time. Currently, we bought him for 250 plus like 300 on the back end, or sorry, 250 front end, 250 back end. Burstow! Oh, so close. He is a right back or left back regardless. Most importantly, he can also play center back, and he's tall enough to play center back. So he's going to be a center back for us next year. We're not necessarily going to have both of these lone players in. We've been desperately looking for any player that could possibly come in. Players at the end of their contract that are relatively cheap and that we could do something with. We've also got Montgomery coming back after his loan disappears. And that's going to be very annoying. McCann with a shot. Ill-advised, but still something. We are going to try and sell him off, though whether he's actually going to be able to be sold off, I doubt it. Conrad coming down the left side. He might just end up having to play for us again next season just because of numbers. And James Gardner. I know that name. He's played for us on a different save. Okay. Hold on, before I do anything else. It's not this save that he's played for us, is it? No, okay. He's a very, very solid player. My save's confused. The name, though, that sounds... I do remember. Sturge comes out. Sturge comes off for Krishny. Wormleyton, how close are you to fitness? 2 days? I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. Now, did anybody in the attack need to be swapped out? Bring off Game Taylor. Bring in Ad's Head. Both Sturge and Ad's Head got a new deals. Sturge, same wage. Ad's Head, he's making like 500 pounds a week more. Not the end of the world. Let's go ahead and shout some encouragement. We're going to go... I was going to go attacking, but at this point, there is just no point in us doing anything. Their team, I mean, maybe it's these huge away crowds that are just intimidating to them. They've only ever played with crowds of like 6,500. That's our home stadium, 6,500. The XG says we shouldn't be getting destroyed this heavily. They're barely beating us. Khan swaps out. Saponaro comes out. Josh Adams will come back in. And then we've got a few more minutes. We'll probably put what's his name in for Warm Late 10 for the last couple minutes, or we'll probably switch out Francisco. We have an option in there. We do not. Okay, we got Ford. Ford can come in. And that will be that. So, find 8 goals scored against us today, where we've only scored 1. Audience, you're a jinx. I don't know what else to say. I was having such a great recording session until now. I was thinking, oh, maybe I'll just go power through, do the rest of the season if this goes well. Nope. It's it doesn't help that we just played a match and it's only been 2 or 3 days because of the stupid. I wish we could say, hey, screw you, we're playing regardless. But it got canceled because Crystal Palace whined and moaned. So now we're coming through, losing this match. Gonna score again? It looks like we're on the attack. Adams, why would you send it back? We had Burstow on the attack. Ford now to Burstow and scores. The curse is, the truth is broken. Burstow scoring 2 means we do not score, or do not win the game. But this match was long gone. He's basically padding his stats. He's getting very close to our top goal scorer. Only 5, less than 10. It's somewhere 5 to 10 range right now, away from being our all-time goal scorer. I'm far from pleased with that result. We should have come out there and at least made this match competitive, if nothing else. They decided they really, really wanted to lose today. So we drop back down to 10th place, no games in hand, only 6 games left to play in the season. So, that'll be the end of our season, though, playing the last 2 matches. Where are they? What are we? In Southampton and Oxford. Oxford in 17th place, Southampton up in 6th. So a couple of good matches. That should be quite interesting. Other than that, we are beginning to look already towards next season. Trying to figure out where we want to go, what we want to do, and start making some additions to our team. With that being said, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, even though these matches went pretty horrible. Feel free to like and subscribe if you enjoy the content, and I will see you all next time.
Thanks for watching. You should watch another. Please.